Good morning, and good morning. Okay, I'm laughing this morning because I was late trying to get my information through StreamYard to be broadcast through my YouTube and my Facebook pages, and because I was so close to by 5 minutes, they said, "Oh, it has to be in the future," so it refused to let me have that 5 minutes. So I had to make it 9:05. So I'm hoping you're here with me. Hoping. Glad that today is the last day before, we can celebrate this weekend our mothers if we still have them, or someone special if we've been granted such a great love like that. Um, my love, Mrs. Murray, has went on to glory, and there's just so many Mrs. Williams. There's so many that I've had through my life here in Florida that I'm excited about the fact that I have some other friends that I'm just going to do something special for. They don't know it yet, but I already got some things for them that I just want to say thank you for all the kindness, the love, the care, just the excitement of just knowing that somebody cares about Winnie. Okay. I love it. I love it. Love it. Good morning, Marion. Yes, thank you. It is my birthday tomorrow, too. And I'm going to go to a mother and daughter. I think we have a chef being preparing food for us at this event. So it's a private event, and I'm excited about it. Let's see what happens. I tell you, if I gain weight by Monday, I'll let you know. but I'm going to eat what I want to eat over the weekend. I decided I'm going to do that, and then come Monday, I'm going to be better. I'm going to get back on no sugar, but right now I'm going to have what I want over the weekend. It's my birthday. I can do that. Good morning, Glory. Gloria. Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to Marion and all the other mothers that come in there. And happy birthday. Your birthday's coming up too. So I know where all the birthdays are. But look, I found this poem online, and look, and I don't know, today, for some reason, they just trying to make me mad with what I want to do. They won't let me have what I want to have and read what I want to read. But anyway, I found this poem. It's by John Greenleaf Whittier. Um, oh, excuse me, Whittier, Whitt, Whittier. It says, a picture memory brings to me, a look across the years and see myself behind my mother's knee. I feel her gentle hand restrain my selfish moods, and how again a child's blind sense of wrong and pain. But wiser now, a man grew gray grown. My childhood needs are better known. My mother's chastening love I own. Don't we remember when we were like hidden all around wherever our mothers were? I always remember being up close to my mother. I was the baby, so that was allowed. The other kids, she may push them just a little bit further away, but she always wanted to keep me near. And I always thought that was really special through the years and beyond, even when she was older and grayer, I was still up under. And she said, would you give me some room? No, I don't want to give her any room. Good morning, Maurice. How are you doing? Happy Mother's Day if your mother is still here. If not, find somebody special. I'm going to say that through this entire. Find somebody special to do something for. And I know it is a holiday that nationally they recognize. But I always personally recognize every time I saw my mother, to me it was Mother's Day, just because I was able to see her, understand her, and realize the importance of her presence in my life. If it wasn't for her, where would I be? Where? You know, um, so today I took an old word, and even though I'm going to give you the same definition, I'm using this word today is, if you were to have your mother around and inviting her to the table, what would you be serving her? Using the letters of table. So anyway, a table, of course, is the article of furniture consisting of a flat slab-like top supported on one or four legs or other supports, a kitchen table, an operating table, a pool table, you know, a cocktail table. There's tables all around. There's tables, tables, tables. And it says also it could be a piece of furniture with flat top and one or more legs providing level surface. We have to figure out that is it level. I have one. I have a cocktail table that I bought in Italy, and for some reason, one of the legs, I guess from transport or whatever, never got right back in its proper place. So I have to work on that. And somebody said they're going to work on getting it done for me, but it needs it because it's leaning a little bit. But I don't put anything on there that needs to be level, like juices and coffee. No, I don't do it. But anyway, other kinds of tables may be a bench. A bench is also a table that we can also sit on. Could be a board, a stand, a work table, a desk, a buffet, a counter, or a work surface. That's all that it is, okay? But we want you to invite somebody to that table. Hopefully, it will have four legs and it will be level and nothing will not be falling off of it. Oh, tranquility. I like that. How many of us know our parent, that mother, to have tranquilness? I did. My mother would get her hackles up. She would be all over it. Hey, good morning, Debbie. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Happy Mother's Day. Today we're talking about the table and who we would invite to it, or what we would serve to if it was our mother or somebody that is close like our mother. Okay, what would you have? And I'll tell you right now, my mother she enjoyed TEA, but she only liked certain kinds of teas. And that's how I learned how to have tea with not the lemon in it, but the tea. Only when we're sick did we have to have the lemon. My mother would put tea with milk. And so we got to have milk and sugar in our tea. And in fact, that when I called myself having tea with my friends, that's what I was preparing. Little bit of tea bag. She'd make up the tea and she'd heat it a little bit. It wasn't all the way right. No, she didn't want it too hot for us. And we'd have tea and, little cookies and stuff. That was what my mother enjoyed doing. So I have tea. That's what I would serve my mom. It says, oh, same to you. Thank you, dear. And it says, so tea is a hot drink made by infusing the dried crushed leaves of a tea plant in boiling water. And I remember my mother liking Earl Grey. She loved Earl Grey tea, that or breakfast or English breakfast, either of those teas, which are more kind of English, teas, but that's the tea that she liked. Turkey. I know that's right. My mother wasn't big on turkey, but okay, Debbie, turkey is good. I love turkey. That's probably one of my favorite favorite proteins is turkey. It's just that you got to, wait to the season. I'm not going out and buying a whole turkey to make just for me, but when I have that opportunity, it's on. It is definitely on. It says, but anyway, getting back to the teas, it could be mint tea, orange tea, lemon tea, cinnamon, or iced. My mother didn't really care for iced tea, but as we went to other people's houses and experienced iced tea, we would try to get her to make it. And she would make a sun tea where she would put it out in the sun and let the sun and the tea bags work together. And I thought that was the better tea than if it were boiled. But, I'm kind of lazy. So, if I'm going to have tea, it's boiled. It's okay. It just is. When I move on, what do you all have for your mother or somebody special? What else? I see a turkey. Did anybody else? Reese, did you have anything? How about you, Gloria? Anybody having anything? I see y'all around there. When we move further along, my mother loved this thing called the apple, but she loved Apple Brown Betty. And she would make it for us and look it up online, Apple Brown Betty. and it has to be made with, don't get the grannies, but she always made it with the McIntosh apple because they cooked well. And it was delicious. I don't even remember all the ingredients, but I always remember it being delicious. And we would have ice cream on the side if we wanted it. I didn't like ice cream in mine because it would make it okay. I didn't like that. But anyway, apples. So for me, I have apples on mine, and I says it's the round fruit of a tree of the rose family, which typically has thin red or a green skin that makes it crisp on the outside to hold in its flavor. And it says it has many varieties that have been developed as dessert or cooking fruit for making cider. Now, I love cider. So good. Apple Brown Betty with ice cream. Yes. So you've had it. Okay, Marion. It is so good. I'm telling you, if you ever want, I'm too lazy to make it, so whatever. And it's my birthday, and I'm running out of days when I can have sugar, so I'll let it go. But anyway, what type of apples did my mother? My mother liked the McIntosh. Granny Smith only when she was pressed. Cortland was good, Empire, and then Golden Delicious. But Golden Delicious we mostly ate as a regular fruit. That and the regular Delicious. We weren't really big on Golden. Um, we like the regular better than the golden. That color. We be looking at it like, why is it pale like that? Why is it yellow? So we were those kind of kids. Can I have the recipe, please? I will send out the recipe. Yes, I will send you the recipe. It is so good. It is really good. When I move further on, did anybody have anything for the A that you would give your mother or somebody like your mom? My B for table is beef roast. My mother made the most dynamic beef roast ever. Um, and I knew how she would make it. I used to watch my mother do absolutely everything. And one of the things she would do is, she would take the meat, the roast, and she also liked the roast maybe about 1 to 2 inches high, in its thickness. And then she would, because she was going to cook it a long time in the oven, and she would take all of that fat off the outside of it, and then she would salt and pepper it. And we were talking about that the other day. Do you remember that? All the fancy spices that we have now. Our mothers cook with salt and pepper. Okay, you didn't get all of that fancy stuff unless you grew up near a restaurant or had somebody serving it to you like that. My mother cooked with salt and pepper, and it was delicious. So it was salt and pepper, and then she would take these onions and make sure that they were cut nicely, and then she would roll them in uh, what is it, flour. Roll them in flour, and then she put a little oil, not a lot, just a little bit of oil in a iron skillet, and she would sear it on both sides so that it would be browned and everything would come together like that. And then she would take that and sit it in a roasting pan with onions, more onions, uh, peppers, potatoes diced up nicely, and then she would put carrots and celery in there, and she would give it a good stir around that roast, and then she'd stick it in the oven and cook it, not at like 350. Especially if she was going to go to church. Okay, yes, she did it. She would put it on 250, and so it would cook while on a slow, and a slow, almost like what we would do in a crock pot. But she'd cook it slow, and then she'd turn it up once we came back home. About an hour or two after we got back home, we were ready to eat. She said, Sandy, you're making me hungry. I'm sorry. I'm just talking about what you're going to feed on your table. So anyway, that's what we had, and so I have it here. That obviously a roast is a part of the beef of the cow or the bull or the ox used as food. I never ate bull or ox, will never eat bull or ox, because not only am I asking questions, but I'm kind of looking funny, where'd the meat come from? But anyway, Beef could be in steak, meatballs, meatloaf, all that kind of stuff, and that's how we make it. But that is an easy recipe to make, very delicious. And what it does is that the slower it cooks, it will break down all of that real fibrous area of the meat and make it where it's so tender that you can use a fork, not needing anything else. It's just that good. My L this morning My L this morning is for lima beans. Tables can be used also to display something. Absolutely. You can display anything you want on your table. You could have a tablecloth, you know. You could have what else? What else? Tubular candles. Okay. Sorry. But anyway, those are the tapered candles or the tubulars, the wider ones. There you go. Lettuce, okay. Lima beans. What you gonna serve with the lettuce? A lettuce salad? But anyway, my mother liked lima beans, and she wasn't a big bean eater because she said that's all they had when they were little kids. So when she got to be able to eat better, she ate better. And so for her, she would only tolerate lima beans, and she would make them. Of course, it's an edible flat whitish bean. Now I've only seen them as green, so I think the lima beans that you get in the store now, you can buy them where they're white. But the ones I guess I've always purchased at the regular store, love. Oh, I love that. I love that, Debbie. Um, Lima beans, my fave. Okay. My daughter loves lima beans too. Sometimes I'll make her a pot of lima beans, and and I will cook them with, sometimes it'll be ham hock, sometimes it's turkey necks, and sometimes it might be beef. So I'll cook them with, but I've also seen people cook them with ham, with bacon, and ham hocks. Those are I guess the three. Lobster, she deserves the best. I'm go out with you and your mom. That's what I want to do. I want that right there. I want the love. I like that. And I definitely would love the lobster. But you know what? I'll be honest, I have gout and I am allergic to all those things that I love. So periodically I have to put myself together if I'm going to take on lobster and shrimp and crab legs, all that kind of stuff. But I tasted it yesterday. My daughter took me out for lunch, and I tasted what she got. I just got some fried green tomatoes, but she got a dish that was like, it was a seafood pasta dish. And I have to give you that place if you all are in this area. It is absolutely wonderful. It's headed towards Perdido, and it's before you go over the Perdido Bridge. It's kind of down under it, coming from Pensacola, but absolutely delicious, absolutely delicious. So anyway, that's where we wanted to go, and so she was so happy because she could take the rest home. I only ate one spoonful of it to just say I tried it. And lastly, I have on my list for table, with my mom is, or anybody else that I love, is just to eat. And eat, that means is to just, put food in my mouth, chew it up, swallow it, enjoy it. Okay, get the taste in. I'm going to consume, I'm going to devour. I might even lick a little bit, especially if it's something like ice cream. Ingest it, partake of it, and just realize how much it is an enjoyable time. There you go, Maurice. Enjoyable entertainment. I love it. Liver and onions. Ooh, child, my mother used to make that, and we would be swollen. Now here's the deal. I would like crazy. I would like the gravy, but not the meat. So I would eat all around with the gravy and the mashed potatoes, but I wouldn't eat the meat. It just tasted, I guess because it had that liver taste to it, I just didn't like it. So I was not the one. Or endure. I love that too. And weren't our parents enduring? I mean, they put up with a lot of stuff. We come with no instructions and we bug them forever. and they worry about who we are and who we're going to be and what we're going to do and where we're going to go. And there we are. There we are. We made it. We made it. So those are mine. I really wanted to do it quick today because I want you all to really plan some fun. Plan some fun. Take an opportunity to be sweet to someone. Sweet to some lady that just maybe has been, someone who stood in the gap for you, been around for you. As I said, I am going to do that today. They come with no money back guarantees. Okay, now you know that. No, none. No money back guarantees. It is what it is. It is what it is. But listen, have a great weekend. I'm going to be back on Monday. I'm going to enjoy my weekend, which is a birthday tomorrow, because today is the 12th, is it not? Yes. So tomorrow's the 13th. I was born on the 13th at, I think it was 9:37 in the evening. That's why I'm a night owl. And I think I messed up my Mother's Day because she went to the hospital thinking that she had a bad gallbladder attack. And they said, well, no, Mrs. Gary, you have a child. She said, I know you lying. Here I am. 92 years later, I'm here. I am here, having a good day. But I'm hoping that you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend with your mother, or your mother step in. Okay. Do something nice for someone else. I love you guys. I appreciate you for joining me on Are You Stuck? No. And if you are, it's only for a minute. Okay? It's only for a minute. Be safe. Enjoy yourselves. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Be safe out there. Love you guys. Bye-bye.